Now if we consider DFA, then DFA can process a string only in deterministic way, whereas in case of NFA, NFA can process a string in non-deterministic way also. So does it mean that NFA is more capable or more powerful? Is there any language where you can construct only NFA and not DFA? So the answer is NFA and DFA, they are equally capable, they are equally powerful. For any language, if you can construct NFA, then you can also construct equivalent DFA. Or we can say that expressive power of NFA is equal to expressive power of DFA. Now if we consider any DFA, then same DFA can also be considered as NFA. Every DFA is also an NFA. But if you consider NFA, then we have to follow a certain procedure which we are going to study in this lecture, and then we can get equivalent DFA. For any NFA, we can follow a certain procedure and we can get equivalent DFA. So in this lecture, we are going to study subset construction method. It is also known as power construction method. Now consider this example to understand NFA to DFA conversion. Alphabet contains A and B. Language L is W such that second symbol from right in W is A. So this is corresponding NFA. We already have studied how to construct this NFA. So first step is consider transition table for NFA. So we'll draw transition table of NFA. Initial state is P. P on A goes to P or Q. So here we get P or Q. P on B goes to only P. So every entry in transition table of NFA is a set. This is a set. Now consider Q. Q on A goes to R. Q on B goes to R. For state R, there is no transition for A, there is no transition for B. P is initial state, R is final state. Now in next state, we start constructing transition table for equivalent DFA. So we have to consider transitions for A and B. So here first step is consider transitions of initial state. So we have to consider state P. Now P on A goes to P or Q. So here we consider equivalent state PQ. Now if we consider 5-tuple definition of NFA, then it is Q sigma delta Q0 F. Now for this NFA, Q is set of states. It contains P, Q and R. Now if we consider any entry in NFA, this set, so this is some subset of Q. So if we consider P comma Q, this is some subset of Q. So this entry, this state PQ is state corresponding to subset PQ. State PQ is state corresponding to subset P and Q. P on B goes to P, so corresponding state is P. So this is initial state P. Now we do not continue for remaining states. We consider initial state of DFA and then we consider next reachable state. So here P on A goes to PQ. So we consider next reachable state PQ. So how to calculate transitions for PQ? So consider transitions of P and Q and we have to make union of transitions of P and Q. So P on A goes to P comma Q. Q on A goes to R. So this is the subset. Corresponding state will be P, Q, R. This is state corresponding to this subset. Now, if you get some subset like this, Q, P, R. So this subset and this subset, they are exactly same. You do not have to consider another state like this, Q, P, R. Since the subset is same, you have to consider same state. So here for both these subsets, since they are same, we should consider same state PQR. Now PQ on B. P on B goes to P, Q on B goes to R. We have to make union of P and R. So here we get state PR. Now we have considered state PQ. Next reachable state is P. It is already considered. So next reachable state is PQR. So consider PQR. So we have to make union of P and Q and R. So if we make union of P, Q, R and empty set, we get PQR. For transitions of B, P, R and empty set. So here we get PR. Next reachable state is PR. So we have to make union of transitions of P and R. So PQ union empty set, we get PQ. Then P union empty set, we get P. So next reachable state is PQR. Already here PR, we have considered PR over here, PQ over here, P over here. So we have considered all the states. So we have completed transition table of DFA. This is transition table of DFA. Here each entry is a state. So initial state in DFA is same as initial state in NFA. Now we have to calculate final states. Now for final states, consider final states in NFA. So in NFA, final state is, there is only one final state R. So check all states of DFA and check which states contain at least one final state. So here PQR contains R, we mark this as final state. PR contains R, we mark this state as final state. So this completes transition table. Now we will draw transition diagram. So we have to take initial state P. This is initial state. P on A goes to PQ. P on B goes to P. PQ on A goes to PQR. PQR. PQ on B goes to PR. PQR on A goes to PQR. PQR on B goes to PR. PR on A goes to PQ. PR on B goes to P. Now here one important point is this DFA, it also represents how NFA is functioning. So let's understand what it means using one example. If we consider string AA, so in this DFA, processing of A ends in PQR. What it means, in given NFA, processing of AA will either end in P or Q or R. So if we consider A, it ends in P. If we consider A, it ends in Q. If we consider A, it ends in R. So there is at least one transition path that ends in final state. If we consider A, it ends in final state. That is the reason we consider states where there is at least one final state and we mark it as final state in DFA. Now if we consider string ABA, so A, B, A ends in state PQ. So what it means, if we process ABA in given NFA, it will end either in P or in Q. So A, B, A ends in P, A, B, A ends in Q. So processing of ABA ends only in some non-final state. So that is the reason we have marked PQ as non-final state. It does not contain any final state corresponding to DFA, corresponding to NFA. Now let's discuss number of states in DFA. Consider Q from 5-tuple definition of NFA. Q is set of states. Let's say NFA contains n number of states. Now each state in DFA, it corresponds to some subset of Q. If Q contains n number of states, then power set of Q will contain 2 power n subsets. But we do not require all of them. We may or may not require all of them. So if NFA contains n number of states, then we can construct DFA which contains less than or equal to 2 power n number of states. So if you are given NFA for a language L which contains n number of states, then you can construct DFA for the same language which contains less than or equal to 2 power n number of states. You can also say that for a language L, if there is NFA which contains n number of states, then minimal DFA of language L will contain less than or equal to 2 power n number of states. So this is how we convert NFA to DFA using subset construction method.